Good evening. My name is Okihiro, and actually I'm from a design agency called CoCoon Design, and I'm here to present to you a little pet project that we've been working on called White Owl Coffee Co. And you might be wondering, why is it that a design company would want to start a coffee company? And so I'm going to tell you a little story. So once upon a time, one of our designers lamented that she had absolutely nothing to put in her portfolio because our clients just kept changing her work. And we decided, we couldn't have that. So, why don't we just start our own business? It's probably very easy. We'll just, make something up and go with it. So we started thinking around and thought that was a pretty good idea. And we wondered, what kind of business could we start? And eventually we settled on coffee. And the reason was because we had a problem with coffee earlier this year. As a design agency, we love coffee. We drink a lot of it. And but the coffee at our office was just never quite as good as the coffee you could get at a cafe. And we couldn't figure out why. We got whole bean coffee, we ground it fresh every morning, we even bought a really expensive coffee machine, but the stuff that came out was just like mediocre. And we just figured, it's probably like our skill or maybe it's our equipment, I don't know. Until one day we met a roaster, and we told him about our problem, and he was like, oh, okay, here, how about you try some of my coffee beans and see how that works. So we did, we ground that up and brewed it, and the coffee was pretty good. And now we buy our coffee from him all the time, and the office coffee is now pretty awesome. And the reason for that, wasn't the equipment, it wasn't our skill, the problem was in the beans. And the reason for that is that coffee beans go stale really fast. I didn't realize this earlier, but coffee beans after roasting, they're best at 3 days old. Then by 2 weeks, they're merely just good. And after a month, they're done. All the fine nuances and tastes basically evaporate into the air. What this means is that coffee you buy at the supermarket or store are stale before you even buy it. Because by the time they roast it, package it, ship it to the stores, put it up on the shelves, and you wander over and pick it up to buy it, that's probably already been 2 weeks at best, 3 months at the average. Now, in Hong Kong, you can buy fresh roasted coffee. However, these are generally targeted at the very serious coffee drinker. You need to pre-order them at the shop because it tastes best at 3 days old. You got to call them up and then say, hey, I want to order. And then after you order it, you actually have to go down there and pick it up. This is not ideal if you are running a business and you drink your coffee every day. It's just not convenient. So we decided to start White Owl Coffee Company. And we decided that this would do a few things. One is that we would only use Hong Kong roasted beans. Another thing is that we would cater to people who like coffee a lot but don't necessarily care for the nuance of it. Because we run a full-time design agency and we're quite busy most of the time, we wanted to keep this as simple and streamlined as possible. Also, to keep it simple, we decided on a subscription service so that we would only have to deal with customers maybe twice a month. The last thing was that no matter what we did, we had to make sure that the fresh roasted coffee would arrive at your home or office within 3 days. So the first thing we did was we set up a website. We wanted this to be online only, so we don't have to deal with retailers. And since we are, again, kind of bootstrapping this, we wanted the brand to feel like a personal secret, like something that you just stumbled upon and you discovered this great coffee and you want to covet it and share it with your friends. Mostly spread through word of mouth. We have 2 subscription bases based on feedback from our initial customers. We found that there are basically 2 groups of people. There's one person who just wants a good coffee every single day that's pretty dependable. And the second one is people who want a more premium experience, who want something to change up every month. They don't really care what kind of coffee, just as long as it's something different and they're always trying something new. And the way this works is you go to whiteowlcoffee.com, you sign up, the system automatically generates an invoice and sends it out to you. Every month, all the invoices get sent out and people pay. Once they pay, they're signed up on the list, and we send the list over to our roaster. Our roaster then takes it and starts roasting the coffee. Because we only order twice a month, we order in bulk, so we get a discount, and we can pass that discount on to our customers. The beans get roasted in the morning, delivered to our office in the afternoon on the same day. Then we spend about 1 day, not even, just packaging and organizing everything, and then sending out through Hong Kong Post. and our customers receive it within about 48 to 72 hours after from roasting. So it's very, very fresh when they get it. There are a few challenges with this type of business. One is that the coffee market in Hong Kong is highly competitive. There's like a new cafe springing up every other week. The second challenge is kind of our own problem. We already run a full-time business, so we can't dedicate enough resources to this. The third thing is, again, because we're bootstrapping, we don't have any employees dedicated to sales, so it's going to grow at a very slow rate at the beginning. However, the advantages to this business are actually quite substantial. One thing is that because we don't own the roaster, we actually have no inventory. Because we're online only, we have no overhead. And because it only takes about half a day to package and ship out, we don't need any full-time employees. We only need someone to come in twice a month. The advantages to the consumer are even better. You get a lower price coffee because there's no inventory, no overhead, and no employees. You also get a much higher quality coffee than you can get anywhere else. And also because it arrives every month automatically, it's very convenient. Basically right now, we're looking for customers and hustlers. Customers, pretty obvious. Hustlers are people who like coffee, maybe want to join the cause, help us spread the word out. And for the customers, if any of you are interested in becoming a customer, you can feel free to try it out. Just sign up at whiteowlcoffee.com, put enter the code CoCoon in the checkout field, and we'll send you a free 50-gram sample. That's it. So, please only do this if you really enjoy coffee, because it does cost us money to send that. So that's it. Thank you very much.